Hi friends, this is Steel Fairy. First of all, please excuse my appearance. I'm actually just about ready for bed, so I'm in my pajamas, even though it's technically a t-shirt with pajama pants, but whatever. So anyway, the reason why I'm making this video is because earlier today, Zero and I happened upon a video that a friend of ours shared on Facebook, and it was basically a compilation video of a bunch of individual videos that had been posted of um, glitches and defects happening with the Nintendo Switch and with the most recent Zelda game. So I just wanted to give my thoughts about that, ironically, while wearing a PlayStation t-shirt. So, I don't know. That just happened. So, anyway, a lot of people have been complaining about some of the design aspects of the Switch, like the dock. Basically, according to my friend Do Knight, who actually got the Switch on day one, um, the gamepad doesn't really stay secure in the dock. Like, yeah, it sits in there fine, but it's kind of like it doesn't fit quite right. It apparently, like, kind of seems like it would shake around in there, almost, which is a little weird. So, if you live in an earthquake area, I don't know. Um, and a lot of other people, Do Night hasn't had this specific problem, but in the video it showed a lot of people scratching up the gamepad screen because of, taking it out of the dock and putting it in, and just the repeated motion, I guess. Um, so that sucks because you don't want your screen to get scratched up, and you definitely want it to be secure enough in the dock that it won't just fall out, or um, it would think that you're taking it out when you're not, or something like that. Because that could screw up your gameplay, and nobody wants that. And speaking of screwing up your gameplay, there's a lot of in-game glitches that are happening, and it was really funny to see on the video because a lot of like graphical glitches, and then it was playing this sound. It was almost like creepy pasta, if I could speak English, even though it's not English, but whatever. Um, just the noises that were coming out of this system were kind of horrifying and funny to me in that way. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure what the cause of that is, but I think it might be related to the fact that the Switch is having trouble reading the cartridges sometimes. And I do have a theory on that. There's been some memes going around lately about the way Nintendo Switch cartridges taste, which I know sounds very odd, and I didn't get it at first. So I had to ask one of my friends, and um, I was then informed that Nintendo decided to coat the Switch cartridges with a bitter tasting substance so that small children and pets would not try to eat them. And I find that odd because I don't remember hearing anything about them coating cartridges for the 3DS in that substance. So I'm thinking that that substance that they're putting on the Switch cartridges may have something to do with why the Switch isn't able to read the cartridges, and maybe it's causing some of the glitches. Probably not all of the in-game glitches because it is a new game on a new system, so some glitches are going to happen. And I've heard from my boss, who has the Wii U version, that there's even some glitches in that one. So that is what it is. um, so that's just my theory on that aspect. Um, the other major concern is the controllers themselves. Um, you can take the controllers off of the gamepad and have them like separate so that you can play two-player games. So you'd have like one of the little controllers, they're like probably this thick, maybe even thinner. Um, but they have like a wrist strap thing that kind of hooks in, and you're supposed to line up the positive sign with the positive sign and the negative sign with the negative sign. Makes sense. But this is a gaming system. There are going to be young children using this. And a lot of young children just want to hurry and play the game. Maybe they don't read the instruction manual or whatever, so they don't know to line it up that way. Well, apparently the controllers punish you if you don't line it up correctly on the first try, because if you get it wrong, it doesn't hook in properly, and if you try to take it out, you can't take it out. It's like legit stuck in there, to the point where some people have even made and uploaded tutorials on how to take the wrist strap part off of the rest of the controller. That is bullshit. I'm sorry to say that. I am a huge Nintendo nerd, a huge Nintendo fan, but that's a really big design flaw when you have to use tools that you would find in someone's shed or garage to take off something that isn't really even necessary to play the thing. I mean, does anyone really use wrist straps? I know I never used the wrist strap when I played the Wii. I just kind of freehanded it. Yeah, that's probably not safe, but it was more comfortable. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I think that's a little dumb, but it's it's not a huge problem like the other complaints have been, but I still think that Nintendo is getting a lot of criticism from people who have bought the Switch lately, and I just hope that their PR team is really quick with responding to people, because they are definitely getting a lot of complaints from what I've seen in that video. The video was like 8 minutes long, and it was just a compilation of a bunch of people's problems that they were having, and it was from all over the world. It wasn't just like American Switches, because there was a German guy in the video, and I'm pretty sure they're having these problems in England as well. I thought I heard someone with an accent in the video, but yeah, not good that the Switches are having these problems. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up in the YouTube search bar. I am sure you will find loads and loads of videos of Nintendo Switch graphical glitch, or Nintendo Switch frozen screen, or static noise, or high-pitched noise. Just, there were a bunch of problems. And what was weird was that no two people in that video had the exact same problem. Everyone had a completely different glitch. Some people, the controls were not responding, like they were moving the joystick and nothing was happening. Another one, Link was moving on his own. They weren't even inputting anything. One, there were like these triangle shapes flashing across the screen. Another person, the screen was just flashing white, which was really grating on the eyes. And apparently it had been doing that since this person started playing the game, so I'm not sure why he was continuing to play the game because I would have stopped after like 2 minutes. Um, just, it was really interesting to see that no two people have the same. I mean, I'm sure there's two people out there that are having the same problem, but in an 8-minute video to have just completely unique problems across the board is pretty impressive. So, as much as I hope the Switch is a success, considering the Wii U didn't do as well as everyone hoped, it's not looking so good so far. So, let's hope that it gets resolved quickly. And the only other thing I can say is Op-Zero and I are definitely glad that we didn't get a Switch on day one. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this. It's crazy. That's about it. Until next time, bye.